Hi everybody, in this post I'm talking about first trimester of pregnancy. Fun. I think it's an interesting time because you go from being like really excited that you're pregnant or you're really surprised that you're pregnant to like all of a sudden feeling awful. And just, it's all about survival. Or at least that's my experience. You may have a different experience because every woman is different and every pregnancy is different. I'm definitely learning that this time. But my first trimesters were pretty much the same for my first pregnancy and this one. Second trimester, totally different for me. But in this post, in this video, I just want to talk a little bit about the books that I would recommend and the apps that I would recommend. And in my post, there's going to be more information about symptoms and how to combat those symptoms of first trimester pregnancy, and go into like medications. I am not a doctor. I am not a physician. I am going to be going off of a list that my first OB gave me with my first pregnancy, which I'm using with this one as well, with this pregnancy. And I'll just talk about what you can expect from your appointments and just help you to be excited. So now I'm going to talk about books that I would recommend, apps that I would recommend. So first one, Lamaze Guide to Childbirth. I will say I absolutely love the information in this book. During my first pregnancy is when I got this one, and it just gave me so much reassurance in myself, and I think that knowledge is power, and there's a lot of knowledge in this book about childbirth. She is a very well-known midwife. She and her colleagues created a birthing center. And the first third of this book is all birthing stories, which was good for me to read some of them. And then like some of them are really strange. Her birthing center sounds really hippy dippy. A lot of these stories are really hippy dippy. And what I mean by that is like hippie, kind of wacky. You'll just have to read for yourself, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So I actually stopped reading the first section because I was like, okay, I've read a couple of birthing stories. Let me actually get into like the actual information that I want to know to help prepare myself for labor and delivery. And so the second half of this book is just filled with so much good information, talking about your mind and body connection, and filling your mind with positivity during your pregnancy, and filling your mind with knowledge so that when you are in the laboring process, you know what's happening to your body. In each stage of your labor, you just kind of have a better idea of what to expect. And yeah, it's been great. And it was also great for me this time because there's a chapter about vaginal birth after cesarean. And my first birth, I had a C-section. So this time I'm going to try and have a vaginal birth, and hopefully that all works out for me. We'll see what God has planned. But there's a whole chapter on that talks about VBACs. That's just the acronym for it. And so it's just really, really good information because she has so much experience. So Ina May's Guide to Childbirth from Ina May Gaskin. Second book, Hypnobirthing, the Hypnobirthing book from Catherine Graves. I know hypnobirthing sounds very hippie, right? But it really was really good information for me to read. There's a lot of like positive birthing affirmations, a lot of techniques in here to keep your mind calm and to help you understand what's happening in your body, and to choose to view it in a positive way. One of the things I really like is that in this book, they kind of teach you to not call your contractions contractions. Because contractions is such like a jagged word. Thinking of your contractions differently, thinking of them as waves or like surges, okay? It's gonna come, but it's also going to stop and you're going to get a break. And just trying to put your mind in a more positive and calm place. And there's a lot of really great techniques in here and breathing techniques, and there's stuff for you and like things that your husband can do to help you. And so I really recommend this book. I like that book. Later in my pregnancy, my first pregnancy, I got the official Lamaze guide and didn't really get a whole lot into this one just because of what happened with my pregnancy, how she was turned the wrong way at 36 weeks. And I kind of went into a downward spiral because I was like, I'm gonna have to have a C-section. And then by 38 weeks, I came to peace with the fact that I was going to have a C-section, and it was okay. But anyway, so this book has a lot of really great information, and I just kind of picked through and read the chapters that I felt like I needed to read through just to get more information. Information is power. Can help you just to have a better understanding. So this pregnancy, I grabbed 2 books, and the first book I grabbed, I got because I really wanted to have a healthier pregnancy. I did not, hopefully, I won't. I did not want to gain 50 pounds again. So I really wanted to focus on having a better health in this pregnancy and exercise and eating better. And so I got Jillian Michaels. Yeah, baby. I know she's never been pregnant. She's never had a baby, and she's a lesbian. But her partner did have their child, and her partner was included in a lot of this book. And really, I got it because she's a health expert and she knows all about eating right and about exercise. And I liked how this book was put together. I like that she has meal plans. I like that she has exercise plans, and it's all separated out into each trimester, so you know what's safe, what are some safe exercises that you can do in each trimester. So that's why I got this book, and so far I absolutely love it and recommend it if you are wanting to have a healthy pregnancy and you're striving for that. Then I think this is really good. And then I got a fun pregnancy book, because who doesn't want a fun pregnancy book? So I got The Baby Bump, and so it's fun because it talks about how big your baby is. It's broken down. The chapters are by month, but then in each chapter it's kind of broken down by weeks. And so, you know, it'll go through and tell you, hold on, that's not where I'm at. So let's go where I'm at, or where I'm about to be. We'll go where I'm about to be. 5 months. Oh, tomorrow is 5 months, which is crazy. But anyway, so that's how big baby is approximately. To right there. Oh my gosh, my baby. And then it goes week to week how big your baby is, you know. Gosh, a cantaloupe. But anyway, it's just a fun book. You know, it's got fun information. There's a lot of questions in here. What's up with the 3D ultrasounds? What's the difference? Why is my skin so itchy? What can I do to help? There's just a lot of, you know, good, like, fun questions. And then it's got, you know, some, you know, can I paint the nursery? What color is best? You know, I just got fun stuff. Look, there's the nursery. How cute. Anyway, so that's a fun book. Apps, real quick. My absolute favorite app that I recommend to every single person who is expecting a baby is What to Expect When You're Expecting app. It is the best pregnancy app. I don't care what anyone else says. That's what I believe. I used it with my first pregnancy and I'm using it again with this one. And there's just so much great information. I love that each week I get a video update where, you know, I get to learn more about how my baby is developing, what they're able to do. Can they hear me yet? You know, oh, now their eyes are in place. Oh, now their ears have moved to the correct spot on their head. You know, it's just fun to me. It also goes into, you know, what changes are happening in my body each week and what symptoms I might be having, and, you know, what are things that can help with that. But there's just so much. There's also groups you can join in the app. So I'm a part of the July group because we're all having babies in July with that group. And so it's interesting to see what women are posting and talking about there because they're in the same kind of boat as me. And then the other app is just a fun app. It's the baby name app, and it's set up like Tinder, where you swipe right if you like the name, you swipe left if you don't like the name, and it will save all your likes. You can connect with other people, your spouse, your mom, whoever you want to connect with, and if you get a match, if they, you know, swipe right on a name that you swiped right on, if you get a match, then it will save your matches. And so you can see, oh, here's all of the names that we both agree on and we both like. So it's just a fun app. But anyway, so those are the books and the apps that I would recommend. Read my post for more information on first trimester pregnancy. If you like this video and you like my blog and my post that I make, then please like and subscribe and all the little things. Follow me. I'm learning more about technology and it's cool and it's interesting. So just keep up with me and I'll have a new video soon. Bye.